Good morning. Welcome to WEFTEC 2011. Over recent years, we have used this venue to introduce important breakthroughs for ABS. It started in 2009 with the launch of the XFP pumps. This was the first step in the huge success of the ABS FX program. Our excitement keeps building, and we continue this year. This year, we are not here only presenting new products to you, but this year we are here for the first time as part of the Sulzer organization. My colleagues and I are very excited about this. With Sulzer, we belong to a global industrial group with its roots in the pump industry. It gives access to leading-edge technical competence complementing our own expertise. This provides the foundation for a level of commitment and focus unparalleled in our industry, and it will support us in accelerating our ABS FX revolution. Together we become a leading force in the US market. Together we become a strong, focused pump and treatment company. In times when many struggle with uncertainty and lack of focus, we have a very strong base for the future. The ABS FX revolution is one component, another is Sulzer. But let me start by giving you a brief introduction on Sulzer. Sulzer Pumps is one of 4 divisions of Sulzer, a Swiss-based company active in more than 160 companies, with a turnover of $3.5 billion US. All 4 divisions of Sulzer are global leaders in their respective markets, and Sulzer Pumps is the major division with 50% of the group's sales. Sulzer Pumps is one of the world's leading pump manufacturers recognized for excellence in quality, performance reliability, and technical innovation. We provide a full line of pumps and related technologies to a wide range of industries. We have a wide network of service centers supporting our customers around the clock. Our mission is to secure that Sulzer Pumps will be a consistent top performer in the pump industry. We exceed the expectations of our customers with innovative and competitive solutions. We perform on the basis of structured work processes and lean principles. And we are committed to high standards and show respect for our people. Those are our core values. At Sulzer Pumps, pumping is more than a business, it's a passion. One element of our strategy is expanding our market and geographic presence. An important expansion is the wastewater business. Acquiring ABS is an important step towards a strong market position in the wastewater segment, a strategic key market for Sulzer. ABS will be organized as an additional global business area within Sulzer Pumps with a focus on growth. As we grow in the Americas, Asia Pacific, and Mideast, we will be supported by Sulzer Pumps' strong global presence. We also see opportunity to leverage our joint competence, allowing technological development of complete pumping solutions for wastewater customers. In combination, we see the possibility to accelerate our development, and we are already well on our way. In 2009, ABS launched the XFP pump range, the first in the ABS FX series. Since then, a new product in the ABS FX series has been launched each year. High quality, reliability, and energy-efficient products will continue to be our focus. Building leadership in the wastewater market will require a continuous focus on development, and our ambition is clear. We are becoming a leading solution provider in the wastewater industry. As I hand this over to Mr. Mark Reddit, who will present this year's launch to you, I proudly invite you to join Sulzer in the ABS FX revolution. Thank you.
Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to be standing here again for the 3rd time, 3 consecutive years, launching a new product. 3 years ago, when we actually started this journey, we started looking at the wastewater market, and we could very clearly see that that market was changing. When we talked to our customers, we could see that it's a very, very different market. If we look at products that were good 10 years ago, they were no longer suitable. Wastewater has changed. The priorities in terms of energy management, CO2 management, and keeping assets in service all have changed compared to where we were 10 years ago. When we started the FX revolution, we set down a number of clear goals. The first goal that we had was to make sure that we had a clear understanding of the market drivers, understanding what our customers actually needed. The second thing was that we worked with fact-based benchmarking. We are not afraid to test our products, and we are not afraid to say that our products are not as good as they should be. We will test them thoroughly, and we will have a clear understanding where they sit against our competitors. We also set a target that said that we would challenge market norms. And what do we mean by challenging market norms? We mean we will set stretch targets in terms of not only working with existing designs, but looking for new technologies and better ways of actually resolving the problems that the industry has. We will also use a broad range of technologies. We will not stick with just one technology. We will use all of the technologies which we feel will offer a good solution for the products that we work with. We just take a very quick look at the market drivers. When we talk about the market changing, we can see that there are a number of areas in particular where now there is a high focus. When we work with market drivers, we work with at a global level in terms of legislation. We also work at a business level in terms of the need of our business, and we also work at a local level in terms of behavior change. If we look at a legal level, a global level, we can see now there is a lot more focus on legislation. Legislation is not only driving the need to improve the quality of treatment, it's also driving the need to improve the efficiency of products. If we come down to an industry level or business level, we can see now we need to attack the energy cost, we need to attack the CO2 emissions. But it's not good enough just to go after the energy. We also need to have reliability, and we also need to have high blockage resistance and reliable operation. If you look at the way that we work with this, we now have 4 clear approaches in terms of how we will optimize wastewater collections and wastewater treatment. We work with a very clear product approach, which is actually developing the best-of-breed products. We also work with an extended product approach, where we look at working with controllers in terms of using controllers to optimize the way that we operate. We also work with operation and maintenance in terms of optimizing the way that equipment is maintained. And finally, we work with the systems approach in terms of designing the best systems. If we just take a very short recap in terms of what we've achieved so far with the products. As Paul already said, 2 years ago, we launched the first IE3 motor submersible pump. 3 years ago, no one was even thinking about IE3 motors. Now what we can see as we walk around this exhibition, we can see other manufacturers following our lead in terms of putting on IE3 motors. If you look at where we stand today, we have motors available up to 350 kilowatts or 460 horsepower, all of them available with closed-loop cooling. Again, big reliability feature in terms of operation. They also have a next-generation impeller, which we call the CB+, which offers significantly improved rag handling, and they all have the 75mm free solids passage. The other big thing we focus on is actually making sure that you can maintain these pumps easily. It is not good enough just to have a good technology. You need to be able to actually operate it in the field. The second launch we did was actually the XRW, and the XRW we moved to a new technology, and that was actually using a full-blown permanent magnet motor. ABS again was the first company to actually work with permanent magnet motors on mixers. Why did we choose this technology? The reason we chose the technology was this is a 24-hour running piece of equipment, and also there is a significant advantage in terms of having speed control. They were the 2 main drivers in terms of that selection. It also gives an advantage of greatly reducing the number of mixers that you need, because we can use different mixers in terms of different applications. It's very, very cost effective, and it also has significantly improved reliability. If we now look at the products that we are going to launch today, we've worked with our submersible pumps, we've worked with our medium speed mixers, and now we are going to move on to our low speed mixers. The product we're launching today is the XSB 2750. It's the product that sits behind me, and we believe again that we are reshaping slow running submersible mixers. If you look at the areas that we focused on, again we focused on lowest possible energy consumption. The second area that we focused on is actually increasing the range that these units can operate under, and by doing that we have now actually designed the largest available propeller in the market today. We have a much greatly improved performance grid, which means that we can actually make better selections in terms of the prop sizes and motors. And we've worked extensively in terms of improving the reliability, including installation. I'll just take each of the features very quickly. The first one we talked about was reducing energy cost. Energy cost is always two components. It's the motor efficiency and it's the propeller efficiency. If we talk about the motor efficiency, again, we've gone with an IE3 motor. But at this time, we have gone for the squirrel cage induction motor. We have not gone for the permanent magnet motor. Reason for that is that we're operating with a gearbox, and therefore we can get significantly higher efficiencies by just using squirrel cage motors. The big benefit is that you do not have all the difficulties with maintaining permanent magnets or line start motors. The second area that we've gone after is actually the propeller design. And the propeller design we have behind is a clean sheet design. It's something that we started from scratch. The driving force behind it has been the use of materials. And by working with stronger materials, what we can now do is that we can come up with a much thinner width blade, which means that we can see a greatly improved efficiency. By also using the three-blade geometry, it also gives us a much smoother operation and lower vibration. You'll also notice that the blades all have a skewed profile. The reason for them having that skewed profile is so that they actually have a self-cleaning property, and you do not have the problems with rags building up on those blades. When you make a mixture of this size, it's pretty obvious it's not going to be easy to work with. It's 2.75 meters in diameter. So another feature of this mixer is that you can actually take the blades off separately. So when it comes to doing the installation, you can basically put in the motor, and then you can come along and fit the blades afterwards. Very simple to do. You cannot install the blades incorrectly. So again, it guarantees that they get installed in the proper manner. From a reliability point of view, again, the focus here is no special tools. As I've said, it's a squirrel cage induction motor, which means you do not need special facilities or tools. Complete redesign of the bearings. Strongest bearings available on any product of this type, 100,000 bearing life, optimized mechanical seals and gearbox, and an enhanced solid deflection ring. Last but by no means least, when it comes to installation, we have the concrete pedestal. Concrete pedestal is a patented design. It's there to absorb the vibration, it eliminates the turbulence, and it is very, very resistant to H2S corrosion. The second product that we're actually going to launch is from our range of controllers. It's actually the PC441. If you look at the target we have with our controllers, it's to work with the extended product approach, and here we're focusing on reduced energy consumption, reduced operator cost, improved network efficiency, improved equipment availability, and accurate planning. The big advantage of this system is it's a fully scalable system. It can be used as a very simple monitoring, or it can be used for controller monitoring as well. It can be used on one, or it can be used on 4 pumping stations. I'm just going to pick out a couple of functions which we've included in this controller. If I was to sit and go through all of the functions, it would probably take me 2 or 3 hours. But I just want to give some examples of the logic we've used. If you look at the way that most municipalities operate with pumping stations, they will always operate with a 50-50 split in terms of running time. Every time that the pumping station fails, one pump fails very shortly after the second fails. Why do they do that? Because that's the easy way to work with the technology they have available. If you look at the controllers we have standard functionality which allows us to actually change the ratio of starting between the 2 pumps. All of the functionality we've built into these controllers is aimed at practical, good operation of pumping stations. Easy to use, easy to set up, and easy for the customer to actually work with. It includes performance measurement of equipment, which means we can plan maintenance better, and it also includes features like sump cleaning and also intelligent stop starting. As I said, my intention is not to go through all of the functions. We have our colleagues here who will be more than happy to give a demonstration on this product and show the functionality that we have available today. One last comment I would make with the controllers: this is not the first, it is just the latest, because we also have a complete range of controllers for smaller pumping stations and our other products. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, please have a word with our colleagues in the white shirts, and they will be very happy to answer those questions for you. Thank you.